Hello and very warm welcome everyone. This is Marta from Drop of Sunshine. Welcome my friends. Today I have the very beautiful card I wanted to show you, and this card I'm gonna be playing a little bit with my supplies, especially focusing on this lovely Nuvo drop and gelatos. I have plenty of this in these beautiful rainbow colors, and I had this feeling that I'm not using them as much as I would like to. I'm not making the most of my supplies, and many occasions I've know many crafters will agree, we just buy so many goodies and sometimes we stick with one particular use of them and we're not making the most of them. And in order to change that, I've decided to play a little bit, to use my Nuvo drops in different way than just the regular final touch accent. For my today's card, you could recognize this little stamped image from one of my last cards which I was creating not long ago. And this is a great idea to extend your creativity. Whenever you finish a project and you do have some leftovers, this is a great way of either create some quick cards straight away once you have your goodies out, or to keep this element or whatever it is for your next project. This way you already have some startup idea for the next card, and this will really help you out, especially if you're having the trouble to find the idea of creating a next project. Now, I've started off from scoring A4 size card into half to create me A5 size card base, and then I've took another A5 card piece, trim it down a little bit to have this nice border, and I'm covering my piece of the paper with the white gesso. I'm doing that because whenever I play with gelatos, I find that it is much easier to apply the color on the non-porous surface. The gesso will act as a barrier to the card, but it will also help to move the colors and blend them much nicer than you would try to do on the card on its own. Here I am using this wet wipe technique, and I am just adding a drop of the color to my wet wipe and I'm just smearing it over the cardstock. I am going over the ombre look, which will be resembling the same colors I've chosen for my Nuvo drops, which you can see here on the right upper corner. This is just a idea I had in my head, and I wanted to try, and I'm super happy I did, because I really love this this final effect, and I think I will be doing it in more often, and will be changing the different color combination and try to also use the different mediums. At first I actually wanted to reach for the distress inks, because whenever I think of the blending, I'm thinking like, oh, distress inks are the best to go to. But I do have this large collection of the gelatos and I wanted to play with them. And just a quick tip here, my friends, whenever you're using your heating tool, try to move your heat gun really quickly and turn your paper upside down from one side to another. This way it will prevent your paper from warping. Now I'm taking my Nuvo drops in this ombre color combination, and I'm starting from the lightest one, going darker as I'm going towards the bottom part of my card, and I'm creating those hand sketchy lines. They're not even, they're not super straight, and sometimes they are break a little bit, so it's not the continuous line. But oh my world, my friends, this is looking fabulous. And once the Nuvo drop will dry, it will create this beautiful background, lovely texture. They have a little bit teeny tiny bit of the shininess, and I just absolutely love it. I think I will be playing up with this gelato and Nuvo combination more often. I need to come up with some more backgrounds, more different like patterns, maybe some like trellis or something. And my friends, this is not actually using as much product as you think of. It's only taken a little portion, plus many occasion if you not using your Nuvo drops often enough, they are start to slightly drying out, especially on the top bed. So many occasion I find myself that I have to take the nozzle out, clean out all the residue with that product. So I find it that this is much more way efficient way to actually use them up, especially for the colors which are not using as often. I do have a few of them which I think I'm not using as often as the other one, so I will be definitely grabbing these ones more regularly and create some more interesting backgrounds. I don't know like you, my friends, but whenever I'm playing with the blue or teal color, I like to combine it together with the gold. In order to bring that drop of the gold accents to my card, I am stamping my image, my sentiment, and emboss it with this wow gold embossing powder. The stamp set I'm using here, this is one of my favorite stamps from the texture range by Lou Collins, and I just love it. There's so many different sentiments in this stamp set. There are all sorts of the occasions like congratulations, happy birthday, a new job, home, a new baby. So they will serve you well for so many different occasions, and I really like the style of this sentiment because they will work perfectly on this beautiful like a floral card I'm creating today, but it will also work well on all sorts of the vintagey or masculine type projects. So this is really universal stamp set which is suitable for so many different occasions. I'm using my guillotine to slightly trim around the sentiment, and I am leaving this white border. I think it will go well in overall look having this white border because I'm already gonna have the white border on my card base once I will adhere the front panel, and I also have the white border around this stamped image, which you could see with this beautiful flower, the cherry blossom branch. Now I'm gonna be adhering my panels with the help of the double-sided tape and a drop of the glue. I like to add the glue because first and foremost I can wiggle my card a little bit until the glue will dry, so this way it helped me to position it perfectly. And then secondly, which I've been mentioned plenty times in my videos, the drop of the glue will bond the paper forever. So in few occasions you can find it that dependingly on the manufacturer, but some of the double-sided glue tape, they could dry with the time, and last thing you want to do is your card to fall apart after some time. So adding that drop of the glue would really hold it, and your card will be unbreakable for many years. Now here I'm trying to think of the a little bit of the position of my elements. This is really simple card I'm creating today, but I'm so happy that I've managed to incorporate this gelato and Nuvo drops to this card, and I'm definitely gonna be creating a lot more of these backgrounds because I just love it. And I need to think of, I already have the full head of ideas how I can create different type of the backgrounds playing up with this Nuvo drops. Once I'm happy with the placement of my front panel, I am pulling those reveal strips from underneath, and this way my frame, my frames are always stick perfectly even and straight. Now I'm using the double-sided foam tape to raise my sentiments a little bit to give them a drop of dimension, and for this floral stamped image I'm gonna be using a drop of the hot glue to adhere it. I'm super happy that my foam tape is actually matching the width with the sentiment, so I didn't have to trim it at all. And here I also reach another Nuvo drop color because I've decided to fill up the composition of my card with some golden Nuvo drops, and this time I'm gonna be using in this traditional way of creating those droplets on my card. I'm super happy with how this card turned out. I think I've already said that a couple of times, but it was really a fun technique to play with. I really had a good time, and it didn't took me a lot of the time. And most importantly, I have this another idea for using up the supplies, which then if not for that, I would probably some of the colors I would been not using for many occasions, because even though I've bought so many Nuvo drops, I'm finding that I'm usually using the clear gold or very pale aqua or pinkish pastel colors, so the rest of the colors stays on the shelf. And now I'm gonna be playing with them more oftenly. I hope you enjoyed today's video, and if you do, please don't forget to give a like, to say hi, comment, and to share it with your friends. That will really help me out. Last but not least, my friends, next Sunday I will have this live classes on the YouTube, for which I am warmly inviting you. Stay blessed, my friends, and I am wishing you a fabulous day. Bye bye.